Hello. You may have been wondering where I went for all of July. I wasn't being lazy. I wasn't dicking around on the internet. I wasn't playing video games. And I was most certainly not masticating to those tapes. That's a little bit of an in-joke. But it's true. I certainly was not masticating any tapes during July. It's true. Now, what is also true is that I was, in fact, on the run for most of July. From ninjas, pirates, Death Eaters, zombies, everyone and their grandmother seemed to be after me in July, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why, because I'm such a, who would want to kill me? Let's look at it that way, eh? And I just now got into a safe house where I could, for another video, just to tell you that I'm okay, and update you a little bit. But first, I think we should probably flip this around a little bit. It's more expensive than it looks, you know. That world-turning effect. I actually did have to turn the world for that. You may have felt it. As in whatever part of the world that you were in, you may have felt that. But anyways, yes, just recovering from a brief, some sort of attack. You know, I lost track of who it was, but I think, based on the fact that there's a pair of legs sticking out of my wall unceremoniously in the other room, not this room, I believe it was probably a bunch of Death Eaters. Which is weird because they should all be dead, because in July Harry Potter ended. And so there should be none of them left. So why the Aurors are not taking care of them at all, don't know. They're doing a pretty bad job of rounding them up. And the hair, obviously, is... Like, I may have been in places in July and done many things and seen many people and... But, let's just say done many people. Then, you know, the hair is what you notice first. And it is definitely, most definitely, look into my eyes. It is most definitely not an attempt to look like someone from the Harry Potter universe. I am here because Dumbledore asked me to. And that's it. Shit. No, seriously, this is like my third try on this video, and not once have I gotten that quote correctly. And not once have I even attempted it in the actual voice, which is sad because I like Mad Eye's voice. One of my favorite lines from Deathly Hallows Part 1 is, "Ah, he's absolutely gorgeous!" Yeah, I like that one. This just got awkward. I just turned into a funky eye-waving... Wait, he's not a pedophile. That's the word I wanted to use. You ever have that? Like a word just comes to your mind and you have to use it even though it's irrelevant to what you're talking about? Yeah, that's what just happened to me. It wasn't fun. What else happened in July? The day after Harry Potter came out, my band did a little bit of a show, and I spent the rest of July trying to get it on YouTube, and since you haven't seen it yet, you can assume that it has not made it there yet. Well, it's actually partially not my fault because some guy was bitching at us for playing his... They weren't even really his songs. They were at least halfway his. Anyways, don't let anyone ever be like a bitch to you about like when something good creatively is going on, you know. That's my advice for today. So, know a little bit more. Alright, what else? What else did I do in July? I wrote a lot of Mage Boy. I think I'm what? Where was I at the beginning of July? When I probably have it somewhere on the internet where I was. But I'm at like 170 some pages now, I think, which is good. You know, just had a huge action scene. That was pretty cool. I'm writing some of my favorite characters out, and we're getting into some good shit. What's Mage Boy? Why am I talking about it? Why am I wasting your time talking about it? Because I would say I want you to read it, but I don't post it on the internet because I don't want anyone to steal it. I don't know why anyone would steal it, though, because it's pretty bad. You can ask Alina about that. She's partially reading it. Kat's partially reading it. And I say partially because, like, this is the weird thing. This is the weird thing. It's a phenomenon. When I send anyone anything to read, they manage to get, like, a little bit into it, and then they stop. It's like, and I don't want to be a dick and bug them about it. Be like, hey, how's it going? How are you reading that? You gotten far? Got to the part that I want you to be at yet? Do I need to hurry up writing so that I can accommodate your reading speed? And it's like, typically no. In fact, there's actually one, and this is actually kind of an interesting story. I wrote a story. I don't know. It's not a short story, but it's not like a novel either. It's like 20-some pages or something like that. And I have now dubbed it The Unreadable Story, because I have sent it to at least 4 people. And all of them said they were reading it, and none of them ever finished. The closest we got was, there was a girl who went about halfway. She got about halfway. Yeah. And the last person I tried to send it to, she was like, oh man, this is going to be different. I'm going to read it. All the other people, they didn't read it? Nah. Me, I am. And guess what? Nope. She hasn't read it, so it's The Unreadable Story. I would not challenge any of you to read it, though, because it's... I don't know. It's really narmy, really kind of cheesy, but it's also based on kind of like things that I like. Things that I... Oh god, I just made that obvious. Yeah, at least I'm happier. In the last video, like, not in the last video, but like in the last time I tried this, I was all self-deprecatory and I lost my pizzazz halfway through. It was kind of depressing. So, you know, we're doing a lot better. But yeah, Mage Boy, that's my big series. That's my big thing. That's who I am. That's what I'm doing. And it's going well, and I'm very proud of myself. And should probably stop doing this video and get back to writing. But also, speaking of writing, I did enter the Inspired By Summer Contest, which you may or may not have seen by the time you are watching this video, because it'll be up in T-minus 5 hours. So, considering I'll probably have this posted before then, I entered. It's a short story. You'll probably skip over it because it'll be probably be the longest piece of writing there, since I went right up to the 1,500 word mark. The character almost got his mustache shaved off because I didn't have enough words to include. His mustache was slim and nicely trimmed, and when you read it, his mustache is still in it. But don't think it's like a thick ass mustache. It's more like a thin. I sort of based his look off of John Dillinger from Public Enemies. The one where he's wearing the hat and the blue shirt and he has the little mustache, and it's Johnny Depp. So that's picture Johnny Depp, and I just won myself 3 votes. No, that's not. I'm not here to like advertise that and say vote for me and shit. I'm just happy people are gonna read something I wrote. Because in every one of these videos I plug my writing thread, and I'm working on a quintuple post, and now I sound like I'm. Oh yeah, I'm not advertising at all. Fuck no. But yeah, and I wrote that, and since you're watching this, I would like to give you a little tidbit about that, because as a writer, that's one of my favorite things to do, is have parts in my writing that people are like sure to ask questions about. And my story is a it's a conversation piece. There are ambiguous bits to it, but I would like to give you a little fact that's not explicitly stated in the writing, but it's like you could probably figure it out. I mean, if you're thinking like I am, think like me, it'll come to you. But no. And I want to tell you about the character Jenny. Her profession is an actress. So that's what she is, and that's why, she can faces. So if you've read it before watching this video, you now know something new. And if you haven't read it, you have a little bit of enlightenment, and that's actually a little bit of a spoiler, I guess. I don't like spoilers. Like, it's funny, I have a friend Jake, and this is like completely off topic, but and throughout this year, I've brought him over to my house, and I've made him play games, specifically No More Heroes, and you can tell he's not into like action adventure games like sword swinging and platforming and stuff like that, because he's incredibly genre blind, and it's just like I must seriously be mean to him because I do not tell him anything. I do not give him any hints whatsoever about what he has to do, even if I had them myself, and that's largely because and in this way it actually does relate to what I was saying before. I don't like spoilers, and I wish that when I was playing through the game that I didn't have those spoilers, and I was still kind of genre blind. But no, that's good. And another thing I did throughout the July was watch Let's Plays, which is a really stupid idea about it's YouTube footage of gameplay with people talking over top of it. It's like, why don't you just play the game, dumbass? So yeah, it's really where I spend my July. I haven't really been. I have. I've been doing special things. I've been getting chased by Death Eaters and shit. Nasty shit. Something else. Oh yeah, I was trying to be funny. Yeah, I haven't said anything funny in this video, and that's what I said about the last video. And that's why I ended it, because it wasn't funny. I haven't done it. Actually, I did do something crazy, because I was like, man, what is this video missing? And I was like, crazy! Bitches love crazy! And then I told a story about a cat in a veterinarian's office. That it feels weird, because it feels like that video never ended. And I feel like that veterinarian story is still in here. It's still in this video, and you know it, and this is a really weird feeling. Have you ever done that? Where you've, like, recorded a video, and, like, you hated it, so you stopped, and then you did another one, and then, like, you felt like that one was just still going. I don't know. That's crazy. That's weird. Alright, so, yeah, this is coming along. But I didn't do anything for all July, so you're damn right I owe you a long video. It's really boring, too. I didn't have any, like, weird... Well, I did in the beginning, but I don't know if that makes up for it. Bonus points to you if you could hear the songs. Bonus points to you if you could identify them in the beginning. Some of them I know you will know. They were obvious if you could hear them. If you couldn't, then that makes me sad. Because I spent a good minute or so running through those. But yeah, I think that's all I have for now. I will see you around and read my shit. All of it. Now. What are you doing? You're still watching a YouTube video. Well, I mean, technically you're on the Video Kill the Radio Star thread. And you're not going, and you're not reading, and you're supposed to be reading, so why aren't you reading? Why aren't you going? Why haven't you gone yet? Pause the video, or stop it, or something, and go read, and comment, and tell me how pretty I am, and how much sense my words make, and how much you want to see a movie, and buy the book, and endorse, and buy everything that I ever put out. And do that, and go read now. Why haven't you read yet? You're not supposed to be hearing this because you're supposed to be reading and asking for my